Peace, love, and abundance upon your journey. I am back with another episode. Of course, it's your brother, Cavante Shaw. But I'm gonna talk about something that's very interesting, in which I want us to actually understand. And when I say I want us to understand something, I want us to get in depth. Let's go very in depth with it, right? So our perspective could completely change when it comes down to us as African people. I believe that all of us must have a pan-Africanism philosophy or ideology. Excuse my voice too as well. My voice sounds kind of hoarse because I have swollen tonsils, and it seems as if that I'm losing my voice because I probably was hollering too much, I probably was screaming too much, I probably was yelling too much, or I probably was expressing myself when I was singing out a song at a certain extent, where my voice actually became this way as hoarse. But I was saying is that you can actually, as black people, as African people, we talk about the businesses in which we need to manufacture. But I feel as if we do not have a restoration within our paradigm, if we do not have a new paradigm, as Brother 19 Keys said, your paradigm is your habits, your behavior, your thought process, and things of that sort. If we don't have a restoration within that particular area, there's the solutions. The solutions are something that's actually in place and what you implement once you get the restoration within your paradigm. So how can we actually have a new paradigm or have the restoration within our particular paradigm? As for the simple fact is that we must examine our thoughts first. Anytime when I drop in this information onto you brothers and sisters, all of this information is pertaining to the beginner stage, right? Or where you're going to be at within your particular lifetime. You actually examine your thoughts. You examine your behavior. You gotta ask yourself: am I holding on to something that's of righteousness, or am I holding on to something that's absolutely, going to serve my heart, my intuition, and things of that sort? No good. You have to question ourselves, and if it's not, then we must ask ourselves, okay, now what is the thing in which I can write down and which I can implement as far as the ritual in which I practice daily within my lifetime, right? And then next we have to meditate. We have to meditate to get in alignment with our spirit before it can be a physical unification within African people across the globe, within the diaspora. Africa is scattered all across the globe, in Brazil, in Australia, in Europe, in Rome, and things of that sort. We must first have a unification or alignment, if you will, within our spirit, our mind, and our body, and things of that sort. Because as the mind goes, the body will follow too as well. And this is why we need to actually get on code. We actually need to get in alignment with our internal system first. And it's going to be a process with all of that. And then the question actually becomes, how many books are you reading? What are the courses? If you take courses, online courses, how many courses are you taking, and what particular subject are you having a study on when you are taking these courses too as well? Because everything must be surrounded by education. Everything must be surrounded by education. Whenever I speak and things of that nature, I'm speaking not only to actually make myself sound good, because it's not about me sounding good. It's about me educating my brothers and sisters. It's about me educating the black man and the black woman. As the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey himself, he said, liberate the mind of a man, and then you can liberate the body of a man. Liberate the mind of a child, and then you can liberate the body of a child. Liberating comes with education. Education is the restoration within a particular paradigm in which we need to replace. And another question actually becomes is that how much time are you actually spending with yourself? Half the times, as us as African people, we do not spend a lot of time with ourselves. We have to get in tune with ourselves. The brain actually needs the oxygen. We have to come out into the sun. So our melanin that's in storage within our brain, correct? It can actually turn into serotonin. And then the serotonin will actually give you the effect of the hormones once the hormones actually release from the brain and things like that. So this is why people feel happy. This is why people feel joyful. This is why people operate on a high frequency when they're out into the sun. And then the question becomes, how much time are you spending in the sun? How much radiation in which your brain receive? How much radiation which your skin receive? These are the questions in which you need to constantly ask yourself, because we have all the answers. We have all the answers as African people, but the answers are inside of us. And then the other question becomes is that, do we want better for our own condition. You know, you can actually educate someone. You can actually educate someone for so long, for a certain extensive amount of time, if you will. But it seems as if that if they do not want to get educated or want their situation to actually get better, then you actually wasting your time because that person do not want to help themselves. And this is all of these things, all of these information in which I'm telling you guys right now. All of this information is pertaining to the beginning stage of liberating your own self, right? And then it's the books too as well. The books. What books are you reading? What books are you reading? How much time are you reading? Are you reading the books to extract away understanding, or are you actually studying books, examining books, analyzing books, internalizing books, then embodying the information in which you went through a thorough process of actually examining, studying, and things of that sort? One thing about the ancient ancestors and the ancestors that's present now, we're looking at our beautiful scholars, our beautiful black men and our beautiful black women too as well. They actually embody the information. We can look at Dr. Umar Johnson. He embodied psychology. He embodied the therapist. He embodied other things in which he has studied within his lifetime. If you look at that Frances Cross Wilson, excuse me, we gotta look at her actually embody the information and what she was actually taught in her college in which she attended. So we gotta understand this, brothers and sisters. And there's so many scholars I could go on all day, but that's just two examples. We need to understand that we must embody the information within our lives as individuals first, and then we can actually liberate each other. Because to be honest with you, brothers and sisters, I must say that we have an identity crisis as far as I'm saying that I'm a Moor, to say I'm a Nuwapian, to say that I'm a Native American, I belong to a particular tribe, or I'm a Jew, and things of that sort. We must understand that it doesn't matter whatever you want to call yourself. Whatever you want to call yourself, it's not about what you want to call yourself and you count yourself out as an individual. If you look at a bigger picture and on a higher scale, we all get treated the same as African people because we are African people at the end of the day. And this right here, these are straight facts. This is not my opinion. This is not my ideology or nothing of that sort, I would say. But you know, brothers and sisters, I just gave you guys information in which I can actually help you guys in your condition or your situation. We must question ourselves. We must question ourselves. And we must replace our thought process. Ask ourselves, is this the right thought process I should operate in? Is this the right paradigm I should operate in? Me being an educator, before I can actually educate you, I must first question how you think, how you feel about yourself, how you look at yourself, how you look at your people who actually look like you. What do you think about yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you care about yourself? It's all about the mind first, and then the body will follow. But I'll leave you guys with that particular information. Thank you for your time. Black power, black love, and I'll be back with another YouTube episode. Thank you.